It is indeed a privilege to introduce my boss. He has been a rock of a supporter for all the international conferences and family planning from the very start. When the conference was postponed to this date, it was actually in conflict with the retreat of the top leadership of Johns Hopkins University. But to show Mike's commitment, my dean's commitment to the family planning conference, that retreat was postponed. Dr. Michael Klag is an author of more than 200 scientific publications and was editor-in-chief of the Johns Hopkins Family Health Book. A chronic disease epidemiologist, Dr. Klag's scientific contributions have been in the prevention and epidemiology of kidney disease, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease. But he promised me that one of these days it will include family planning. I often introduce him as the tweeting dean for his proclivity to tweet events in real time. Dean Michael Klag.
Thank you, O-Ying. So anybody who believes that I'm O-Ying's boss, I have a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. I'm here to say welcome to the 4th Biennial International Conference on Family Planning. And I've always known it's hard to speak after lunch, but speaking after Balinese dancers is really hard. But I'm amazed and impressed at how many people have attended the conference, have been here today. The growth of this conference and the entire family planning movement, as well as the sheer number of people who have made family planning a priority, is incredible. We've come a long way, and I want to thank you all for being on the journey with us. This is a monumental year. Not only does it mark the 4th International Conference on Family Planning, but it also marks the 100th anniversary of the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. Our school works, thank you. Our school works in the forefront of public health and has contributed to monumental achievements in health around the world. 100 years after we were founded, we continue to follow the mission and priorities set at the foundation of our institution. We make new scientific and medical research discoveries, expand access to health care, disseminate knowledge, develop vaccines, engage in evidence-based advocacy, and push the boundaries of public health. We are guided by our mission, protecting health, saving lives, millions at a time. It's an honor to be here in Indonesia, a long-standing partner of the Bloomberg School of Public Health. This year, in addition to our centennial, we celebrate 40 years of successful partnership between Johns Hopkins and the Indonesian government, private sector, and NGOs. We are honored to work extensively with the National Population and Family Planning Board, BKKBN, the co-host of the conference, as well as with local governments and organizations. This sustained collaboration has resulted in huge accomplishments at both the national and local level. From work in nutrition to avian influenza, and especially family planning, partnerships between Johns Hopkins and Indonesia have improved the health and saved the lives of Indonesians and people around the world. I've had the privilege, as O-Ying said, to attend all 4 international conferences, and I've seen the tangible results that have come out of each conference. From Uganda to Senegal to Ethiopia to Indonesia, enormous progress has been made. This year, we're excited to welcome a number of philanthropic partners to the conference. Individuals who have decided to invest in family planning because the lives improved and saved are so significant. As one donor put it, it's the best return on investment I've ever received. According to the Copenhagen Consensus, for every dollar invested in family planning, $120 is returned. Thus, family planning is a good investment for our future. I commend the donors who have invested their resources in family planning, and I personally welcome them to this conference. We hope many more donors will join your efforts in the coming years. There's one more celebration I'd like to acknowledge. As Dr. Babatunde said, the inclusion of reproductive health in the Sustainable Development Goals. We're thrilled to celebrate its recognition in the International Development Agenda. And lastly, I want to acknowledge the Bill and Melinda Gates Institute for Population and Reproductive Health and the international and national steering committees that made this conference possible. The Gates Institute, an organization within our school, has taken the lead through co-hosting all 4 conferences. This is the largest scientific conference on family planning in the world, but it goes beyond just gathering and generating evidence. It transforms evidence into politics, programs, and practice, saving millions of lives at a time. Welcome to the 4th International Conference on Family Planning.